surface of the filler. Now just I'm going to repeat myself. Before mixing with oligomers. Why? To improve the bonding between the inorganic filler and organic oligomer during setting. Clear enough? Coupling agents, saline, used to treat the surface of the filler. Why? To improve the bonding between inorganic filler and organic oligomer during the setting. Clear? هذه الثالثة.
اي بس ما فهمت الستيجز of the process. شيء mixing
It's not the
شيء
stages.
setting.
It's agents treat the surface of the filler.
Before mixing with the oligomer.
ايش بيعملوا؟ بيدهنوا فيه الفيلرز قبل ما يحطوه في الاوليجمرز ويعملوا له ميكسينج عشان يكونوا الكومبوزيت. This is why we do it now. Why we do it? To improve the bond between the inorganic fillers and organic oligomers during the sitting. فاهمين؟ هركز عليكم انا الحين شيء. في شيء طيب. Coupling agents. ايش هو عندنا احنا composite. في fillers inorganic organic. لو ربطناهم ببعضهم البوند بيكون مع ده حيكون ضايع. بنضيف حاجه اسمها coupling agent. بندهن فيها الفيلر قبل ما نحلها. ليه؟ عشان improve البوند. البوند ما بين الفيلر والماتريكس. The strength of the composite is intermediate to the filler and polymers. The bond can be degraded by water. Okay. الكومبوزيت strength. لكن شو هو كلمة strength؟ بيعتمد على كمية الفيلرز لكمية الاوليجمرز. كل ما البرسنت just to increase the monomer or decrease it, increase the filler or decrease it, it changes the shape of the filler. This will affect the strength. The bond, the water will degrade the bond between the tooth and the composite. That's what I mean.
The oral cavity is a wet environment. ايش الحل؟
Isolation.
يعني قلل الدكتور.
Isolation. حنشرح الوتر بعدين حنروح Now, we done from the oligomers, we done from the filler. Now, the third component of the composite is initiator and accelerator. Okay? In the light activations, we have something. This is something I need anyone just to memorize it, because this is something can you find it in the MCQ, which is camphorurine, which is the photoactivator, absorbed by photoactivators. Okay. Now we have in the component of the composite, we have something we call it photoactivator. This is in the light cure. While we are applying the light will activate the photoactivator. This will initiate the reaction. The composite is something soft. After we apply the light, we're going to activate the photoactivator in the composite. This will initiate the reaction. Then, after we initiate the reactions, how the reaction gonna proceed? By the accelerator, which is organic amine. This is gonna accelerate the reaction. Clear? صح clear
طيب يعني ايش بالعربي كده هذا الشيء يبدا التفاعل بعدين يصير
الفرق the difference between the light and the chemical. The difference between the light and the chemical. The light is consists of one paste. The activation is going to happen from the light. Going to activate the photoinitiator. Okay? In the chemical we have paste and catalyst. This paste and catalyst, we're going to mix it together just to initiate the polymerization. The paste contains organic peroxide, which is the initiator, and the catalyst contains organic amine, which is the accelerator. After mixing, the paste and catalyst, we're going to initiate the polymerization.
This is chemical.
A light, it's one paste, mostly, or all the time. We're going to initiate the reaction by the light, by application the light. This light will be absorbed by the photoactivator, then this is when you initiate the reactions. How the reaction will proceed by the organic amine. And this is that will accelerate the reaction.
Okay.
Organic amine, accelerations. The initiator in the chemical pure is organic peroxide. The accelerator in the chemical pure is organic amine. After mixing catalyst with the base, we're going to initiate the polymerization. The fourth component of the composite is the pigment and other component. Most of the time they are using organic oxide added to provide a different shape of the composite. This is why we add organic oxide. Some people, like, we have a different shape. Some people, they have a dark or light or a different shade of the tooth. This is something we can control the shape. You know what is the shape? الشيب يعني الشكل اللون السمي. shape هذه shape. الشيب يعني ايش اللون؟ ابيض مايل على الصفار درجة اللون. هذا الشيب يعني تجي حاجة زي كذا. عندك بس عندك مور في الكلينيك خلاص. Now we're going to explain the sitting reaction. According to the sitting reaction, we have a self-cure, light cure, double cure. The self-cure, chemical. We have paste and catalyst, mix it, we're going to get a chemical.
شكله في وزن.
Excuse me. لو سمحت شوي بس نركز. Thank you.
يا جماعة خلاص.
الحين self cure, which is paste and catalyst, we're gonna mix it to get the chemical reactions. The light cure, the advantage, most of the clinic they are using the light cure. The light cure, in the light cure, one of the advantage we have different shape. We're using the blue light. Why we are using the blue light? لازم أحد يجاوب. Why we use it? To initiate the reaction by activation of the light. لا catalyst في الكيمياء. خلاص.
مين قال لك هاي
A double cure, it's a paste and catalyst. We're going to initiate the reaction by using the light. Then after that, the reaction will complete itself by chemical.
يعني يعني نحط النور وقت أقل من اللايت.
It's gonna stop like both. In the double cure we're gonna use light and chemical.
إيه بس يعني الوقت اللي نحط فيه النور أقل من اللايت.
Yes, to initiate. Sure. And this is
What's the reason for using blue light again?
blue light. It's in the light cure to initiate the reaction. It's gonna be absorbed by the photo initiator to initiate the reaction. After that, the reaction will be completed by acceleration. We're using the light. It's absorbed by the photoactivator to initiate the reaction. Then, by the organic amine itself will accelerate the reaction. What is the type of polymerizations in the dental composite? Is additional type, which is a highly cross-linked prism. We have a linear and cross-linked polymer, right? This is a highly cross-linked prism. We're using pigments to give what is the function of organic oxide to provide different
Shade.
Everyone understanding with this one? The difference between self-light and double cure. Properties of the composite: physical properties, mechanical properties, and chemical properties. Physical properties, which is the working and the setting time. Of a light cure, we're going to control our working time. We will not start the light till we finish our application of the restorations. In the chemical cure, we have a setting time. So our working time is supposed to be less than the setting time. Polymerization is related in the light cure. Polymerization is related to the light, so I can control my working time. 70% of polymerization during the first 10 minutes. After I initiate the polymerization by light, it will take 10 minutes to reach 75% of polymerization. The remaining 100%, it will take 24 hours. If the surface is not protected from the air, the polymerization will inhibit it 60 to 90 seconds after exposure to the light. The composite may lose its capability to flow. After we're using the light, we're going to initiate the polymerization. Polymerization means a chemical reaction. Something soft is going to become hard. When it's soft, I can apply it. It's easy. I can manipulate it easily. After from 60 to 90 seconds, after exposure to the light, the composite will lose the flowability. So for me, after using the light, it's very difficult to pack or manipulate with the composite because we're going to initiate the reaction. It's going to become hard. Composite it's a restoration, tooth color restoration.
What does air have to do with this?
What?
يعني احنا we apply the light on the restoration to initiate the reaction and to initiate the polymerization. But there is air mentioned. يعني it's wrong to be.
Yes. The
exposed to
surface
air?
is not. If the surface is not protected by air, this will inhibit the polymerization. Okay. Working time and sitting time for the chemical cure is from 3 to 5 minutes. After the mixing the paste with the catalyst, I have to work with it this time. Other than that, after that, it's gonna set. If it's set, it's very, very difficult to manipulate. Polymerization shrinkage will create stresses and the interfacial bond between the composite and the tooth. هذه شرحناها قبل كده. هرجع للصف اللي ما هو فاهم. عن جد ترى اللي مو فاهم يوقفني، لانه في حاجات تعتمد على الحفظ، في حاجات تعتمد على الفهم، حاجات اللي تعتمد على الفهم ما اقدر اشرحها. حاجات اللي لازم تحفظوها، يعني حاجه زي كده ما تفهم ايش هو الستريسز في الانترفيشال بوند بين ذا كومبوزيت اند ذا تooth. ليه؟ لا عشان الديفرنس انه التوث كان shrink in a different than the زي قريب هذا من الاسباب يعني انه يعتمد زي المارجنال ليكج لو كان الشرينكج والحاجه السنه مختلفه عن الشرينكج في الريستريشنز.
قدم شيء
البوليمرايزيشن shrinkage. One of the complication is الكلمة اللي قالتها اسمها marginal leakage of the saliva. يكون لي gap between the tooth and the restoration.
ممكن يسبب سوس تقريبا.
ممكن بس ممكن هذا الجاب different from material to the materials. The composite is not that large because we're gonna etch it, then we're gonna bond it. Even the gap is not significant to cause any kind of recurrent caries. التسوس. الجاب. recurrent caries يعني يتكون تسوس ده.
بالعكس فراغ تقدر ليش يكون في فراغ وممكن تنظيف ما يصير.
الفراغ ما هو كبير enough يسبب يعني حاجة تقريبا لا ترى. خلاص بس في polymerization shrinkage عشان كده we add fillers, we add a different component to decrease the polymerization shrinkage. هذا شرحته في الأول. polymerization shrinkage ممكن يسبب لي marginal leakage أو cracking dynamic. لو كان expansion حق restoration high will expand and cause crack. So the complication of the shrinkage and the stress في interfacial bond between the composite and the tooth هيسبب لي لا marginal leakage or cracking. Microfilled composite has a greater potential to fail. Microfilled. The effect of polymerization shrinkage can be reduced by incrementally adding. Okay. If we have a cavity like this inside the tooth, we want to fill it by composite. We know that whatever we can improve our material is not like it's going to reach 100% like the tooth. We want to minimize the shrinkage as much as possible. The shrinkage is going to happen, but it's going to happen in a way that it will not have any bad effect for the tooth. So it will not cause any harm for the tooth. So it's not clinically significant. How we can improve it? By incrementally adding. Like we're gonna put some composite here, we're gonna light here. Then after it's getting hard, we're gonna add another more. Then after that, we're gonna add the rest of it. So incremental adding, this is mean the number of application of the restoration in order to fill the cavity. Clear? لو هذا اللي اشرح بالعربي.
والله يا ريت دكتور.
طيب
يا ريت.
ان احنا بدل ما نضيف حاجتين من الريسك، الحاجتين اللي ممكن تحصل اللي هي المارجنال ليكج او ريكتام. خلاص؟ ايش هي حاجه بنقول لها incrementally adding. incrementally adding this is mean that اني انا بحط الحاجه على كذا مره. بحط اذا انا احتاج هنا بدل ما املي الكافيتي كلها كومبوزيت واعمل لايت كيور، لا اعمل increment light cure another increment then after that another increment. We are most of the time we are in two steps.
طب دكتور ما حيصير سبيس بعدين؟
ايوه مايكروفولد. ايوه
حط شوية.
مايكروفولد هذه نوع من نوع الكومبوزيت اللي شرحناه قبل كده. عندنا مايكروفولد وهايبريد. The microfold has a greater potential to failure, like in excess cracks. طيب الثيرمال properties. الثيرمال properties. This is TEC, which is thermal expansion coefficient. هذه المفروض انتوا اخذتوها في
هو المفروض
physical properties.
اي من physical properties. Of the thermal expansion coefficient of the composite is ranged from 25 to 38. في التنتين from 8.3 في الانامل is 11.4. ايش بنلاحظ هنا؟
There's difference.
There is a difference. A thermal properties, this is mean like after exposure of the composite and the tooth to hot or cold, they're gonna shrink or expand in this proportion. Okay, the different high thermal expansion coefficients because high polymer glasses or filler low. Now, if I increase the polymers, I will increase the.
Thermal expansion.
If I decrease the polymers, I will decrease this. How I can decrease the polymers? By increase the fillers. So I will lower the thermal expansion coefficient. It's clear? Okay. Now I have fillers and I have polymers. If I increase the percentage of the filler, the polymerization shrinkage or the thermal expansion coefficient will be decreased. You got it?
This is if I increase the glass.
If I increase the filler, any way of the glass, either glass, silica, any fillers, I increase it inside the composite till the limit. I will decrease the thermal expansion coefficient. If I increase the polymers, if I increase the polymers, I will increase the thermal expansion coefficient. The different might develop, but with thermal properties, they has a polymerization shrinkage will give us stresses. The stresses will give us leakage, and this is might affect the bond. That's why we want to minimize it. Thermal conductivity of the fine particle of the composites is greater than the microfine particles of the composite. Al-fine is greater than the microfine. What? No. La. La. Yeah, yes. The difference is not clinically significant. The heat. We did now those difference between the tooth and the composite. There is a difference, but it's clinically significant. No. You know what I mean by clinically significance or not clinically significance?
Yeah, I mean, the patient will like
No. Yeah, you are false. This is that the shrinkage will happen in a percentage that will not affect our restoration. خلاص؟ Water disruptions of the composite with the fine particle is greater than the microfine. Another, most of the time I'm comparing from the fine and microfine, right? Microfine exhibit less expansion than the fine. Coupling agent minimize the deteriorations of the bond between the filler and the polymers with water. So this is something advantage of the coupling agents. Hygroscopic expansion start 15 minutes after initiation of the polymerization reaction. انه يتحلل. دحين احنا مو قلنا الاوليجوس يمسك الفلز بالمونيمرز، هذا لو ما بيمسكه طيب هيتحلل. فدي deteriorations which هي اللي هو minimize ذا بيزود او بيحسن البوند، بيخلي البوند
خلينا ما يتحلل.
Deteriorations. Hygroscopic expansion. Hygroscopic expansion. You know what is hygroscopic expansion?
لا.
طيب قولوا انه هذا انا بعتمد انه انت this is something you know it from the mechanical properties. When something absorbs water, it can expand. The expansion that is because of the water absorption, we call it hygroscopic expansion. Clear? Polymerization reach equilibrium after 7 days. Solubility. Water solubility of the composite is ranged from 0.1 to 0.06. طبعا ما بطالب وياه حتى اللي راح هي الارقام نانومتر كذا لا بس كل اللي طالبه
لارج بك.
خلينا نقولها عشان الناس تستفيد. I'm not want anyone just to memorize those numbers. The only thing I want you to memorize is which one is greater than this and why. خلاص؟
And why? Yes.
Inadequately for polymerization resin has a greater water absorption and solubility. Okay. Now, if I want just to apply the light, most of the time they're going to be written in the manufacturers, I have to apply for how many seconds. If I apply the light, I extend more than this, this will not harm the restoration. If I apply the light less, this will affect the polymerizations. How? This will be greater water absorption and solubility. This will increase the water absorption and the solubility. What is this is gonna? How we can see it clinically by color instability, or reduce the resistance to wear and abrasion. طيب. دحين لما after I make a light tube عشان اعمل chemical reaction عشان الكومبوزيت ينشف. لو انا ما حطيت اللايت غالبا يقول لي how many seconds I have to apply. كل سيستم له طريقه. لو قال لي انا جيت حطيت نص الكميه ما حطيت ما حصل initiation reaction مظبوط فصار الكومبوزيت مش soft يعني ما هو fully polymerized. يعني في حته ما هي polymerized يعني الرياكشن هذا ما حصل. الحته اللي ما حصل فيها رياكشن ممكن تاخذ ووتر وممكن لما تيجي تاكل عليها تطير اللي هو wear and abrasion. تعرفوا الفرق ما بين الوير والابريشن؟
لا. أعرف إن اثنين احتكاك بس إيش؟
الاثنين احتكاك. الاثنين احتكاك. خلينا كده بلاش نشرح حاجة ثانية. وير وابريشن هو سبب الاحتكاك يختلف. اذا كان كيميكالي ولا فيزيكالي ولا ديو تو اسيد بيختلف المسار. بس انه يحصل ابريشن للهادي او وير يصير اسهل. اني بقلل حاجه هنشرحها بعدين اللي الهاردنس. لما يكون البوليمرايزيشن ما هو كامل يقل الهاردنس. الكالر stability, the hydrolysis will increase the opacity and discoloration. هذه برضو this is something will the color stability, the polymerization if it's not completed, this also will affect the color stability because it's going to absorb more water. This will make a discoloration. Water exchange between and reactive. Why this happen? Because there is a water exchange between and reactive polymers and used initiator or accelerator. Composite are resistant to color change, but more susceptible to change, to setting. We can explain it more. Now, if I'm going to do my polymerization, if it's not completely polymerized, this means some of the material is not totally reactive. This is an reactive bulk, right? Will absorb water and become more easy to wear. This is something can affect the physical properties like the hardness. This is something will affect that will might cause a discoloration. No, but not. What is the difference between color change and discoloration?
الفاليو وهاي فاليو دي الاشياء؟
خلينا نسأل هنا.
فاليو وهاي فاليو.
لا هذا الثاني. ايش الفرق ما بين ما اقول لك discolor tooth وحصل discoloration وحصل color change؟
يسود من سبب يسود؟
color change يعني نفس الكومبوزيت كان لونه ابيض صار اصفر. discoloration حصل من برا ستين، الواحد شرب قهوه شاهي اي شيء لون الريستوريشن. الكومبوزيت ممكن يحصل له ستين، ممكن اي حاجه خارجيه تلون. هقولها بالانجليزي. The difference between the change, color change and the discoloration, the color change, the material itself will change their color. That's something white, can yellow or something like that, but in the same material. Discoloration, something because something from outside, like coffee or tea, this will cause the discoloration of the material. So we call it discoloration. The other one we call it color change. The composite, there is no color change in the composite. But the composite are more susceptible to staining. Discoloration.
تعبنا والله خلاص ميكانيكال